Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you one more time, fighting out of the red corner from Team Nogueira. Put your hands together for Alex Boura. And standing across the cage in the blue corner, the champion from Mamba Martial Arts. Give it up for Jack Purdy. This K1 title defense will be fought over 5 2-minute rounds, sponsored by Cannons UK. Your referee in charge of the action, Mr. AJ Jeffrey.
Well, here we go, Dean. Excitement is building now for this K1 title matchup between Alex Boura in the red corner from Team Nogueira and the champion, a very impressive champion at that, Jack Purdy, fighting out of Mamba Martial Arts, fighting out the blue corner. We saw Purdy beat Jake Catterall to win the title, a guy that has beaten Boura. So let's see how this plays out. Purdy was giving the mean mug to Boura, and we're underway, round 1.
That's the question here for Alex going into this fight. Has he prepared psychologically as well as physically from that defeat from a common foe?
Now, very interestingly, Purdy can fight several different styles. We saw him go all guns blazing, suffocating pressure in that draw with Ben Sell. Very impressive fight that from him. And then in winning the title, he stuck and move. Just like the finest boxing fighter you will see, moving around the ring to beat Jake Catterall. And here he's coming out slinging early doors against Boura.
Boura's looking to work that footwork on the outside and beat Purdy to the punch. Purdy's known for his high-level Muay Thai skills and his innate ability to target and place those shots with precision.
Absolutely, Purdy's coming out with bad intentions. He's throwing that right hand like a whip. Oh! Big right hand, just as I say, it lands. Boura shakes it off, eats it like it's nothing, but that must have registered.
Can't take too many of those shots, Mark. They're going to add up and start messing with the equilibrium and the balance and his ability to actually get KO'd, so he needs to make sure he keeps the hands up.
Goodness me, Purdy is finding a home for that right hand in the early going here. Boura has got to do something about it. Look, a little bit a head clash there as they get close in the clinch. Purdy imposing himself on this fight so far, pushing Boura back.
This is where Purdy comes to fruit. He really is an expert at closing down the distance and smothering his opponents. This is where you're seeing Alex move around on the outside with that elusive footwork.
Very good point. He's moving very well, but at the moment Purdy's come out like he wants to make a statement here as the champion, eyeing Boura all the way to the ring, or the cage, excuse me, and he's come out like his shorts are on fire. He wants to get out of here quickly. Another big right hand there from Purdy.
Purdy's used to this ferocious pace.
Oh! And Purdy is putting it on Boura at the moment. Teep followed by the big right hand. Interesting round, first round there. Boura took some big shots, but he's still dancing around the cage. Purdy came out very aggressive there, Dean.
Alex throwing that turning back kick there at the end of the round. He wants to disrupt the balance of Purdy. Purdy's got excellent timing, but he comes forward and he looks for cracks in the armour of his opponents. If you stay unorthodox and keep him guessing, it makes it harder for him to kind of decisively put together what he wants to do and close that distance. So Alex is making Purdy think twice about coming in.
As I say, Purdy can definitely fight several styles. I think tonight he seems like he's going with more of an aggressive style than the stick and move we saw against Catterall when he won the title. Interestingly, again, of course, you can see in the corner Team Nogueira, you've got the main eventer in there, Modestas Andrijauskas is actually in the corner for Alex Boura, which is unusual. Obviously, he's fighting just a few fights' time, so it must be a calculated decision not to use up too much nervous energy in this, watching this fight and cornering his friend. As we get set for round 2 here, Epic Studios, Mark Heath, Dean Meertat, title on the line. And here we go, round 2 is underway. Purdy in the black shorts, Boura in the blue.
Nice check by Alex there, lifted the leg up, checked on the shin to shin action. And again, we see the pace of Purdy. He's really trying to close this distance and land those decisive shots to the body and the head.
It looks to me like Purdy decided that aggression is the way to go, although, as I say that, he skips away, lands a head kick and skips away using that very nice movement that he's got. Nice combo from Purdy.
Purdy's dipping his head just slightly to the right. If Boura can time that lead switch kick, he can have some success there, Mark.
That's a great read, Dean, as you say, as he did that, just as you said that. Wonder if Boura's corner's noticed it. Oh, he gets caught by a big right hand, dropped his hands and telegraphed that low kick, and Purdy is too good for you to do that with. He's swinging that big right hand.
Boura looking to catch the punch on the arm, then immediately counter with that left hook. Purdy again with the right hand. Master of the distance is Purdy.
We saw in Boura's fight against Jake Catterall last time out that he's got great heart. He finished the fight, his face was a mask of blood, and he fought all the way to the end. And again, we're seeing that heart here. He's not been deterred at all from... Nice lateral movement there from Boura as he steps to the side and lands a nice combo. He's very much in this fight. He's not going to go anywhere.
And on paper, this is an excellent matchup. Both fighters are great technically, but they have the potential to knock each other out because they like to stand and bang, Mike.
Absolutely. Boura on the back foot for much of the fight, but he is showing that he's certainly in there. Close whiff with that left hook off the counter. Another head kick from Purdy. Be interested to see if now if he starts whipping that to the body. Push kick to the face from Purdy.
Purdy doing what he does best, staying really active and keeping that pace up nice and high volume of strikes and constant pressure.
Absolutely, and we come to the end of the second round. I think Boura's nose is bleeding, just like in his fight with Catterall. He's got 3 more rounds to get through with that bleeding nose, which obviously will affect his breathing.
And we've seen Boura's chin. He needs to start thinking about working his lateral movement and respond instantaneously and simply not be there for the advances of Purdy.
Absolutely, Dean. Great reads. So we've got two of the 5 rounds down. This is a 5-round fight for the K1 62 kgs title here at Contenders. 5 2-minute rounds. And at the moment, it's certainly very interesting the way it's playing out. You have to say that Purdy's probably had the better of it so far, coming forward with that aggressive style. But Boura's certainly not out of it. He started in that round to use some nice lateral footwork to set up some counters. So let's see if he can do a bit more of that in this round, Dean.
Purdy's got to keep the pressure on, as he's best at. Boura's got to land some more decisive things, start checking those punches and responding, then moving out of danger.
I'd like to see him maybe throw a few more leg kicks, maybe slow Purdy down. You know, coming from my Muay Thai background, he'll have that in his locker. Purdy's movement's fantastic, but a few heavy left kicks slammed in, shin into thigh, going to deaden that lead leg and maybe slow him down a bit. Let's see what plays out as we get into the 3rd round here. AJ Jeffrey calls him to the centre of the cage and round 3's underway.
Boura is the possessor of some heavy rear kicks.
Oh!
Big head kick.
Big head kick from Purdy.
Boura's struggling to kind of gauge the distance here. He's unable to fire those kicks in and stop Purdy advancing and landing those shots.
He's at a disadvantage kind of height and reach-wise as Purdy comes in with another vicious combination attack. Boura sticks his tongue out, but you got to know that means it probably hurt.
Purdy again with a fast and excellent targeting system with innate timing. That really makes for an exciting fighter.
Very nice work again from Purdy. Dips his head off the centre line, lands the right hand as Boura comes in. Boura's got to find a way to turn the tide in this fight. As I say, his nose is starting to bleed. Oh! Big push kick to the face from Purdy, and Boura just shrugs it off again.
This is what we're talking about. Can't eat all these shots. He needs to cover up and respond. Use his footwork and leg kicks to get out.
Again, he tries that lateral footwork. Doesn't really work this time. Purdy telegraphs a switch kick. Goes for a flying attack, but Purdy's equal to it. Boura's, again, bleeding heavily from the nose. And that's going to start to have an impact on his breathing.
Purdy on the outside will often use those teaks to control the distance. Pushes opponent backwards. There we go.
Oh! Man, he's teeing off on Alex Boura here. Boura is really starting to wear the damage as Purdy pushes him back. Here we go, Purdy surging forward against Alex Boura. Boura, to his credit, fights back. But Purdy's certainly on top here.
Purdy again with his combinations, fires the knee in for good measure. Boura's returning, but he's just not really connecting with the same sort of power mark.
No. So 3 rounds down, there's 2 left. Boura, as I say, bleeding profusely from the nose. Looks like he's in some distress just in front of us here in the corner. Purdy is teeing off on him in that round, landing right hands, teeps to the face. It's been all Jack Purdy so far, Dean.
Boura's tried to implement that lateral movement, and he tends to come forward a lot in his fights, but if you notice, when he skips down to his right side, he puts too much weight on that leg, and it almost buckles underneath him, so he's not able to throw any decisive techniques to further distract Purdy, and Purdy, with his excellent timing, fires off.
Agreed, Dean, and so far, as we enter the championship rounds, the champion Jack Purdy is looking just that. He's looking like a champion. He's certainly had the best of it so far. Some spiteful combinations he's chucking in. And Boura is taking it all. He's wearing the damage, but you know, with 2 rounds left, you know, he's got to find a way, really, of landing something to make Purdy respect him, push him back, and make an impact in this fight. Just a little pause while referee AJ Jeffrey fills up some water in the corner. Boura probably welcome the extra few seconds of break. And here we go, we're underway. Round 4 in this 5-round title fight. Heavy leg kick from Purdy there to start the round.
This is Purdy controlling the distance. He uses the teep and leg kicks to control his opponent, distract, and then come down, straight down the pipe with those big punches. He's done a great job of cutting Boura off here, utilising the cage to his advantage.
Purdy is just coming forward relentlessly here. Boura's constantly on the back foot. He's got to find a way to get a stand in this fight, a foothold, something. He's got to land something. Nice knee from Purdy, Muay Thai style. Right hand crashes over the top again from Purdy.
Purdy having some great success with that 1-2 combination after he implements a teep or a kick. And if Boura can time the mouthpiece goes
That's a huge teep, and it's knocked Alex Boura's mouth shield almost ringside next to us, Dean. That could have landed in your lap, my friend. But what a shot from Jack Purdy. Good Lord, fantastic technique.
Straight down the centre line, straight to the face, and he managed to really force his hips forward to gain the last bit of power in that kick. Amazing to watch.
Absolutely. I mean, traditionally the teep is not a very powerful kick, but that certainly was. Rocked Boura back. And what can he do to turn the tide? This Jack Purdy, who's all over him at the moment.
This is Purdy what he does best. He closes the distance, uses correct timing to slow down and smother a more aggressive and active opponent, and we're seeing that implemented perfectly here.
Man, Boura's got some chin on him because he's taking some shots. Look at him throwing back, heart of a lion from Alex Boura.
There's no doubt about it, Boura is so tough. He's eaten most of these shots and still come forward. He's start throwing some more leg kicks and turning up the techniques, perhaps some unorthodox techniques, to further distract Purdy and make him think twice about coming in.
Takes to the sky there, thinks better of it. He's just struggling to make an impact on Purdy though, isn't he?
He's had a difficult job of controlling the distance here, but you can see he's kind of leaning the punches out, and he's looking just to touch Purdy. He's not really looking to stop him coming in. And believe it or not, those unorthodox techniques like the flying switch knee, the leg kicks, they're going to make Purdy think twice about coming in, because he doesn't want to walk onto those shots and obtain damage. So Boura needs to really dig deep now and start throwing some unorthodox strikes and couple that with a leg kick whilst using lateral movement to get out of the way of Purdy.
As we approach the 5th and final round, Boura surely has got to come out swinging for the fences. He's got to surely stop Purdy if he's going to win this title. And if you're Purdy, how do you approach this? You're dominating the fight so far. Do you come out looking for more of the same? Do you go for the finish, or do you just cruise to what looks to be a points decision?
I mean, he's doing a great job. He's done his research. He's really working against Boura in that he doesn't want to expose himself. So he's great at letting things come naturally while utilising his technicality and his skills. He doesn't really force too much. He forces the pressure, but not the technique. So by default, he doesn't expose himself to those big counters.
Okay, here we go. The 5th and final round of this championship fight. Alex Boura needs to turn this round in this round. If he's going to lift that strap, you'd have to say. See what Purdy can do. Boura straight to the centre. Round 5 underway.
Here we go. Boura took the centre there. He needs to stay here, stop throwing these heavy punches, and then move off.
He's got to throw caution to the wind, doesn't he, Dean? He's got to land something damaging and see if he can stop Purdy in this round. Just seems a little bit like he's running out of ideas. Another huge teep. What a shot from Purdy as he blitzes Boura on the cage.
Purdy, nice high guard. That shows he's aware and he respects Boura's power. They got up to protect the melon, and you notice he'll use the kicks to gauge the right hand land flush on the chin, but Boura eats it up like lunch.
Absolutely, he's covered in blood. His face is a mask of blood as Purdy presses him to the fence once more. A great shout there, though, from you, Dean, saying how high Purdy's guard is. He doesn't want to run the risk of giving Boura the only chance he's got in this, which is to land some kind of weird haymaker punch and finish the fight. I think we're going to get a medic in to check out Boura's quite damaged face, are we?
Yeah, it looked like Purdy complained something with regards to his left eye. He said to the ref, he pointed to his eye just before the ref walked off, so it might be he's having some difficulty out of that eye. Now, if this continues, and Boura is aware of that, he might go to that blind side, use attacks there to the left side of Purdy's body.
We're going to get the doctor into the cage here just to check out Purdy. You might want to have a look at Boura when he comes in as well, because Boura's covered in blood.
Now, this will be a colossal finish if Boura gets the nod here from the retirement from Purdy. Purdy's doing so well and he's controlling the pace, landing the more damaging shots, but if that eye is giving him too much problems, he's not going to be allowed to continue here.
He's shaking his hands as the doctor walked towards him. I don't know that to say, I'm fine, I'm fine. I think he is. He's going to fight on. He's only got 44 seconds left to get through and defend his title, but very, very interesting because Boura's got to throw caution to the wind now.
Especially he's been given the intel now on that left side of Purdy. He's going to perhaps be compromised. Needs to start working those hooks to that body. Big punches here from Purdy. He's really looking after it.
They are fighting in a phone booth, aren't they, Dean? They're really going for it now. Boura's charging forward. He knows he's got to stop Purdy.
And this is what Boura needed to do. You can notice there he's cutting Purdy off. Look, he's using lateral movement, forward pressure mixed with connecting strikes with power behind him.
And then he lands a low knee there as well in the clinch. So Purdy's going to get a bit more time to recover here. But as you say, Dean, that's exactly what Boura needed to do earlier. He's coming forward, using effective aggression there, apart from the illegal knee, of course. So referee AJ Jeffrey just give Purdy a chance to recover. Talking to him here, telling him he's got time, which he does. Not long left in this championship fight, though.
I wonder if Purdy's actually aware of that. I haven't heard his corner shout out how much time is left. So let's see if he tries to long this one out and get through it. And understandably so, if he's having a problem with that left eye, you know, it's smart for him to kind of protect himself and get out here with the decision win.
Comes back in. Purdy again looks for that teep. Boura charging forward like he has to. We get the chance of Purdy from the crowd now as we approach the end of this fight. Another big right hand, the 10-second clacker goes.
Excellent display of technique and fighter IQ here from Purdy. Keeps the hands nice and high, lands the decisive shots and keeps his distance.
And that's the end of the fight, and Purdy's here right in front of us. Exclaims, come on, and jumps halfway over the cage. Fantastic showing from Jack Purdy, Dean.
Excellent feather in his cap there. Considering he had some issues with that eye, I was really impressed that he switched his game plan up. He backed off a little bit and it allowed Boura really to implement what he's good at, but it was a tactic on Purdy to keep the distance, land those decisive right hands, kicks, move off, gain the distance and not receive any more damage to the head area and potentially aggravate the eye.
Absolutely, Dean, and we've seen so many young, talented fighters here tonight. Jack Purdy's certainly another one of those. Fighting out of Mamba Martial Arts under the veteran head coach Dennis Turner, certainly bringing on a real talent there. And for Alex Boura, you've got to say he showed tremendous heart, because for much of the fight, he was simply outgunned.
Fighters to the centre of the cage, please. Fighters to the centre of the cage.
Okay, we throw it to Tom Vince for the official decision. See if Purdy's retained his title.
Ladies and gents, give it up for both these young men here in the cage. Future of our sport right here, future of our sport. After 5 hard-fought rounds, ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still champion here at Contenders. Give it up, Jack Purdy!
Well done,
Ladies and gents, let's hear it for Alex Boura to present the belt, Cannons UK.
Very well done, Jack Purdy. Very impressive defence of his title, Dean.
And Jack just wants to say something to his fans. Don't worry, Jack, I'll hold it for you.
To everyone that's travelled or watched at home, thank you so much. And thanks, Dennis and Richard, for being in my corner. Come on, we've done it again.
Yes. You lot are all from Ipswich, though, aren't you? Oh! They're good people, though. They're good people. Don't hate them just for that. They're good people. Promise.
Fantastic stuff then from Jack Purdy as he defends his title.
One more time, ladies and gents, your champion, Jack Purdy.